just came by us.
That's
Carson Mueller, possibly, in the
And we're
stock
green.
green flag lights. And man, look at the start for Chris Jennings.
Man, French had a bad start.
Yeah,
he's way back. Lane had a really good start.
Ryan Kinnear, though, gets the whole shot.
Kinnear with an ICC.
The Intrepid driver, your leader.
French's first time being behind anyone this weekend.
Yeah.
If he can pass.
And he picks an unfortunate time to do it with all this rain and mist flying up and hitting him. Ryan Kinnear leads him down, though, out of turn number 6. And then who is that in second? It's the number 24.
Greg
Alvarez. Good
run. That was
run.
a great start.
Yeah, it really was coming from
Jennings looks to the inside.
Yeah, Jennings in the second.
Cook it.
He gets it. Cook it.
He's
take it out of the oven.
Take it out of the oven.
Wow. We'll have to try that one again, guys.
Yeah, Artie, you're going to have to watch for another pass on that one because that line is good. I like it. Ryan Kinnear leads. Jennings, after getting around, Greg Alvarez runs second. Alvarez in third. Josh Lane fourth. And then Jake French from pole all the way back to fifth.
I completely missed it. I completely missed what happened to him.
Lane gets around Alvarez for fourth. Oh, I'm sorry, third. So that puts Lane up to third. He's going to set his sights on his DR Kart teammate of Chris Jennings.
Look at all that spray on the back straight there.
Yeah, they're really taking a far to the inside line. Ryan Kinnear just threw his hand up in the air. That would kind of scare me if I was him or his mechanic. Jake French trying to make a pass. There he is around Alvarez, so French through. We got one driver slow in turn number 7. It's the 28 of Carson Mueller, that stock Honda junior driver. Mueller slow on the outside of the racetrack, so not a lot of good luck for Mueller. He was slow getting off the grid, and he continues to have mechanical issues out there right now.
Cornet with a good run.
Yeah, Bryce comes all the way from 12th on the grid, and it looks like he's running 4th. Yeah, because Josh is 3rd, Jennings 2nd, and then Ryan Kinnear continues to lead. There they go. Jennings, Lane, French, and Cornet running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As they come out of turn 5, they head for Commerce Street to make the left-hander turn number 6. And they all continue to chase the Intrepid. The Scottish driver, Ryan Kinnear, there you see at the bottom of your screen, followed by Chris Jennings, Josh Lane, Jake French, and Cornet, your top 5.
Jennings has got that pinwheel thing that he was talking about.
There it is.
Visor.
Good point. I was trying to see that. Hey, Johnny, again, explain that pinwheel. Chris Jennings has got it on the front of his helmet. What's that deal all about?
From my understanding, there's little knobs and notches on the end of it, all the way around. Fins, there you go, that catch the wind. The wind propels it around in a circle so fast that it whips the water right off of it. That you can now see through.
It's wiping the water off of his visor, right?
Yeah, the centrifugal force is too much for the water to hold on to.
So that's saying that the wind is being generated by the speed in this stock Honda.
There you go.
And French looks to the inside of Lane. Oh, couldn't quite do it. He's really close to him, though. That allowed Cornet to close up a little bit on French, though.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Jennings is starting to cut into Ryan Kinnear's lead. Yeah. He might be going for 2 victories today.
That'd be cool.
So again, you're saying that the wind wiping technology is pushed by the karts going through the air. That's what propels it in these shifter karts. So I beg to ask, would the same technology work on a Honda kart? Are they going fast enough for that to work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. I had one of those pinwheels, and I always ran it with no visor, which was a horrible idea. Oh. You take the visor off and you run the pinwheel, and man, that's a bad idea.
Well, that's kind of the downside, is having the visor and that to look through. So now you got 2 glass pieces in front of you.
Does it make that weird sound when the pinwheel was rotating? You'd go,
It kind of made your head move.
It's not a fan.
It's
not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of it. Let's just say that.
So Artie Carpenter, not a fan of the 1980s technology of cleaning visors. Bryce Cornet looking really good right now, guys. Up to 5th after starting 12th, dead last in this 125 mod race. But as he catches up to Jake French is still cutting into Josh Lane's lead over him right now, Artie.
He's got to get around Jake. Well, I'm sorry, Artie. He's got to get around Lance or Josh, because he's Kinnear and Jennings are checking.
Yeah, they're running consistently faster than Chris Jennings on a lap before went purple. He's the only one that. Well, no, I guess Kinnear's in the 49s, but.
Yeah, that's fast, man.
Yeah.
We're down sub 50 seconds on this track in the wet, man. These guys are hauling out there right now. French right behind Lane as they come out of 5, looking down into 6. French takes another look, thinks better of it as they cut now to out of 6, heading for 7.
They're starting to lose Cornet a little bit.
Yeah, which is interesting, is as they race together more and more, you think Cornet would be able to cut into their lead.
Yeah. Whoa,
Ryan Kinnear.
Really? Whoa.
There we go.
Look at that. That was a great pass by French on Lane in the last turn.
So that's a good pass for Jake French around Josh Lane. That's going to move up to third. We have one driver out of the cart right there in the kink. French now up into third. Lane behind him in fourth. Cornet in fifth. Cornet smells blood in the water, I think.
Chris Jennings just went purple last lap.
Yeah, he sure did.
He was 4/10 faster than Kinnear, so he's within 8/10 of a second.
Yeah, that 175 cart of Chris Jennings, fastest driver on the track, 49.748.
I had to believe that he learned something in that Masters class being out there in this rain class. It has to be helping him a lot.
Just the track time on the track in the wet.
Yeah.
Kinnear, Lane, French, none of them have seen the track yet in these conditions.
Exactly.
But this race benefits them in the Stock Honda Expert race coming up a little bit later.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
So it's all about track time here on the street course. There you see the highlight at the bottom of your screen, Chris Jennings, fastest driver on the track, 49.748. Oh, but he's right there on Kinnear right now. This is a good battle for the lead, guys. Oh, he's right there on the inside as they turn the right-hander, turn number 3. Now set up for the left-hander 4.
Traffic, too, coming up.
Yep, Kinnear's got to be ready to contest with that while also keeping Jennings behind him, Artie.
It's really the first race we've seen there's been a battle for the lead this late in the race. And with lap traffic showing up, we haven't seen how that could affect the outcome.
Oh, and Kinnear gets woed up by the lap traffic.
Now we're going to go 3 wide. No.
They clear the lap
I
traffic.
wonder if Jennings is going to try and take a peek.
Oh, he does. Inside, they're
not
almost
quite,
3 wide.
Oh,
that
lap
traffic.
It's the 31.
All right, Chris did his job there. He got past
of Jacob Bubel, the Stock Honda Junior driver. He's underpowered. That's not his fault, but he needs to do a little bit better job of getting out of the way of these faster drivers.
You know, I noticed Josh Lane not running his ICC on this one.
Engine change?
Possible.
Might be better in the ring. I don't know.
He's prepping that Stock Honda cart for Expert later today.
That could be.
The sun's starting to peek through just a touch, or we're starting to lose a little bit of our cloud cover.
Yeah.
Drizzle's still falling here in Lockhart, but it's the sunniest it's been all day. Ryan Kinnear takes a look over his left shoulder. He sees Chris Jennings back there. Bryce Cornet getting around the lap traffic also. Cornet looks like he's gotten around Lane also.
Last time by, Jake French was 2 seconds faster than the leaders. He did a 50.3. The leader's doing 52.1.
So it sounds like we've got an incident over in turn number 1.
Yeah, and there's no flagman.
As yellow flags are displayed at the start-finish line, an incident in turn 1, it sounds like one driver into the barriers. You could hear him make contact. Yeah, all right, Johnny, as you were saying, Ryan Kinnear laid down a 49.877. That's his fastest lap.
Yeah,
but
well,
Jennings is a 49.7.
I'm talking about the last lap, not your best lap.
Yeah, 50.2 for Kinnear, a 50.2 for Jennings. They're very even that last time by.
Well, they sped up 2 seconds from the lap before, so I don't know. I
think it was
lap
pass.
traffic. Oh, it was lap traffic. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they slowed down a bit, it looks like.
It looks like Kinnear pulling a little bit on Jennings.
Yeah, he's got a good job.
French is closing.
Yeah, French is closing up on his former DR Kart teammate, Chris Jennings. French, obviously, this year on the Sodi Kart with DKC. And boy, Artie and I were talking to his dad and Jake on the grid earlier today. And the big thing, I walked up to him and I said, guys, how are you so much faster than everybody? What's the difference this year? And Mark pointed out a really easy fact. Jake's in a kart 4 or 5 days a week now, working at the Dallas Karting Complex up there. So when you're in a kart that much, leading up to a race like this, 5 days ago he was in Orlando, Florida, racing in DD2 against some of the best drivers in the country. Being in the kart that often is certainly going to help.
Best driver in the world.
Oh, in DD2 last weekend, absolutely. He had former Formula One racer Rubens Barrichello in DD2, and Jake was out there wheeling with him. Davide Fore, Artie, you know him.
Past world champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Some of the best karting champions over the years were running DD2.
Last weekend in Orlando,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that was a stacked field.
We're going to come up to see 7 laps to go this time by as your leaders right there. Ryan Kinnear and Chris Jennings come out of the final corner. 7 laps to go. Still a lot of time to go in this race.
Yeah, the top 4 are starting to lose Josh Lane a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I don't want to say that Josh is doing a bad job, but I really expected to see more speed out of him this weekend.
Yeah, because he won last year.
He's always faster. Josh is such a good driver in street courses, in the rain. There's a great video of him at the Super Nationals a couple of years ago in 2013 when he spun on the entry to turn 1. He pulls the clutch and when the kart finally comes to a stop, he stands on the gas. The front end actually picks up and he gains 3 positions that he lost in turn 1. It's some of the coolest driving you'll ever see.
Oh, they're struggling. Leaders are struggling with lap traffic again.
Yep.
Wonder if Jennings can
wonder if they're going to put
capitalize.
it inside this time. Oh, no. Okay,
Yep.
they made it.
All right, right on.
So Kinnear continues to hold his lead over Jennings. 6 laps to go. This time by Ryan Kinnear out in front. Chris Jennings, Jake French, Bryce Cornet, and Josh Lane as they run in the top 5 right now.
Cornet closing a little bit on French. I wonder if Cornet will have anything for him.
And then let's also check in with our stock Honda junior drivers, guys. Jacob Bubel looks like he's the second place driver behind Andrew Angerson. Angerson runs 8th on the track. Bubel is second in junior. Andretta Young third. Taylor Ross fourth. And Colin Long, who's had to retire, he's 5th in stock Honda junior right now. There you see your top 5 all heading down out of turn 5 into 6. Out of turn 6, Kinnear still leading. And there's a good representation of what it looks like out on the track right now as that camera lens starts to get a little foggy and a little misty.
Yeah.
That is a very minor idea of what these drivers are looking through every lap out there.
It's raining right now just enough to keep the track wet.
Oh yeah, if what was going on right now were to stop, I mean obviously if the rain were to stop, the track would get dry. But just the level it's falling right now, if it would just cut back just a touch, these cars would definitely start to form a dry line. But the thing that's also working against us, guys, is the cool temperatures. Yep. If it were warm, if we had a little bit of sunlight, the water would begin to evaporate and we'd start to see a dry line form. But even if the rain were to stop right now, the cold temperatures really are working against us as far as track drying. And that's something we saw in Orlando, Johnny. As soon as the clouds broke and we saw a little bit of sunlight, the track dried up.
That's when it gets tricky for mechanics, that whether to go slicks or wets.
Yeah, how do you set it up? It's a long 18-lap race. Yeah. How do you set the kart up?
Yep. Another yellow in turn 1.
So within 5 laps to go right now, Ryan Kinnear leads. Guys, Bryce Cornet, already your pick for this race, goes purple. Fastest on track, 49.671.
That's fine.
Wow. Yeah, it is. And look at Jennings. He's all over the back bumper of Kinnear as they head out of 4 into 5. Jennings is there. No.
Wow.
He stays in line, but Kinnear really has to be careful right now. Jennings takes a look again in 6, falls back behind Kinnear.
He lost no time either.
No, that was really impressive that he got the door shut on him, but he didn't lose any lead at all.
Exactly.
So they head into 7 right now, the left-hander heading west. Now they'll turn the hairpin to head back east towards Commerce Street.
Oh, Kinnear missed a shift.
Kinnear was not fast out of that hairpin, guys. 3 laps to go this time by. Kinnear leads. Jennings right on his back bumper. Let's see how they run. They're going to catch lap traffic this lap also. As they come out of the kink right here, there you see Kinnear, your leader. Jennings is going to be on the outside as they head into turn 3.
Now, I can't tell if Kinnear is driving defensive or if he's just taking a short line because I know in the rain. Due to the water, because I know in the rain the shifters kind of take a sharp line.
I think he's using it to his advantage to drive properly in the rain and also keep Jennings behind him.
Yeah.
So out of turn 6. Oh yeah, Kinnear's lead that time about a kart length and a half over Jennings. Jake French isn't going to have enough time to catch these guys. If Kinnear can get out of turn 8, the hairpin this time, he's going to be okay. But he's also going to have lap traffic. They're going to come around out of the courthouse this time to see 2 laps to go. There it is, the sticks for your leader, Ryan Kinnear. Chris Jennings in 2nd. There goes Jake French in 3rd. Bryce Cornet in 4th. Josh Lane rounds out your top 5. And again, Cornet goes purple, 49.666. Fastest driver on the track, Bryce Cornet in 4th place.
Really unfortunate he didn't finish the pre-final. I didn't even show up to the race, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it'd be a totally different race.
Yeah.
If he had started and finished the pre-final, he'd be up there a lot closer, not having to come from 12th on the grid like he did. There you see the numbers at the bottom of your screen. 49.666 for Cornet. He runs 4th, and he is the fastest driver right now.
All right, let's see how Kinnear can navigate this.
This lap traffic is going to play a huge role right now.
Seems to be this corner every time.
I don't think he's going to clear him this time. It's going to come down to the hairpin. The driver he's trying to clear looks like the 823.
Oh, wow. He's going deep on that one.
He gets him in the hairpin. Jennings completes the pass also. White flag's going to fly this time, folks. 1 lap to go. Does Jennings have anything here, Artie?
Jake?
I don't know. I mean, Kinnear's got a pretty healthy gap on him.
Yeah, he's had it the whole race. Yeah, it's especially
French
right
might
now.
have something for Jennings, yeah.
Let's see this time.
Kinnear's got a pretty healthy gap.
Yeah, he's really grown his lead. Last time at the line, it was half a second. It looks to be bigger than that. Jennings looks like he's got problems.
French might challenge. Oh,
Jennings has got issues.
French to 2nd.
Yeah, he's slow out of 4. French gets around him, but Jennings picks the speed back up again to go after French down into turn 6. Jennings on the inside. No, he can't get it done. And he's going to have to defend from Bryce Cornet for the final spot on the podium. Can Cornet get around Jennings through turn 7? French isn't going to have enough time, folks.
Cornet might
He's trying to get around Jennings, but out of the hairpin through the final corner, your winner here in 125 mod, Ryan Kinnear. Jake French comes home in second, and Chris Jennings shakes his head. He's able to hold on to third place, but he's definitely not going to be happy with that result.